It is my honor and pleasure to welcome Goblin Gang to Dub Club headquarters, making his first trip to Chicago.
Hey, that's nice.
At the Bulls game last night, had a great time. Hit the casino afterwards, had a great time.
What a great
You were the ultimate vibes guy, yelling and cheering for anybody who was winning hands.
Positive vibes only, man.
Positive vibes only, that's right.
Dub Club and Goblin Gang, everybody says that.
Everybody says that, brother. Absolutely. Speaking of Goblin Gang, we've been on 15, 20 calls at this point over years, and I've never heard the full origin story of how Goblin Gang came to be, and so I'm really looking forward to diving into that today. So give us the whole Bernardo story. How did you start sports betting? When did you start sports betting? When did you realize it was a passion of yours? When did you realize you were pretty good at it? Give us the breakdown.
Okay, so first of all, I was a college student, like everybody else, just trying to do my degree, my major. And I was an engineering major, so I was pretty good at math. I really like math, but I was actually that was 3 years ago. I was doing prize picks, but like everybody else, just betting like random props, just for fun, trying to get rich the day, one day I'm gonna hit all my plays and just gonna get rich. And I learned the worst in the worst time that you don't get rich that fast, So I was just playing, and then one day I just realized that how to make a little extra money, try to make a bank management, try to go slow, play small units, and then I started learning a little bit. But at the same time, I was still a college student, so I was like, let me just create a Twitter, and just post some plays, and let's see how it goes, because I see so many big cappers posting, and I was like, maybe I can be one of them, So I was just posting, but I was never trying to be anything big or anything. I was just doing for fun, just wanted people to win money with me. And I realized that I was growing a lot on Twitter. That was 2 years ago, I believe. Yeah, I created my Twitter around 2 years ago. So I believe I was just doing good that time and was just growing. So I was like, I'm just gonna quit. Quit's cool. Because I was good at math, but I really didn't want to keep doing engineering because it wasn't my passion, and I really love sports. So, and the both together wasn't work, I couldn't give 100% on both.
Yeah.
It was literally giving 50-50. So I was going to the library to study for engineering, but I was only thinking about my bets. So I couldn't. I was like, nah, I either gotta choose one or the other. So I was talking to my fiance Madison, and she was like, hey, you just gotta choose whatever you feel you want, what is best for you. So I was like, let's just do it, it's gonna be better for me. So I just went 100% on Goblin, So I just went straight and the consistent about Twitter, everyday posting, and that's how I am right now, everyday posting.
And you got very well known for soccer in particular, correct? That's what you're known for in the industry?
It is, because that was the World Cup 2022. That's where I really made my name on Twitter. I was just hitting every day, different plays on soccer, and people were just saying, damn, that Goblin guy is good. And then that's where I got my name.
That is incredible. And how has your background in sports actually helped you become a better handicapper? I know you have some experience in soccer in particular, and I can only imagine that's helped with your understanding of the game and how to bet it.
Oh, for sure. I'm a Brazilian, so 90% of us play soccer our entire life. We're born with a soccer ball, so it's on our blood. But I've been playing soccer since I don't even remember. Since I remember I am, you know what I mean? I'm a kid and I was always playing soccer. So I was just really I know a lot of the game. I played the college soccer university here in the Florida for 4 years. So I know a lot about everything in the soccer. So it's just easier for me to know about the players. But of course, it's not only about knowing soccer. You got to do a lot of research too. Some people think it's only about knowing soccer that's easier to make the plays. No, there's so much research you got to do, so much like insights that you got to see the players, like the coaches, everything, like the house, the away games. So it's so much more stuff. But I enjoy, so that's why I like it.
Are there leagues in particular that you find easier to handicap? Because I don't really get in soccer. There are literally dozens and dozens of professional leagues.
There are so many, man. I mean, mainly the big six leagues. They're like the Germany league, the English league, the France, the Spanish, Italian, and yeah, I think that's 5 or 6. I don't know, but those are the top six. And those are the best one because there's more data to know, and there's kind of like more predictable. Because the lower leagues, they're like all 50-50%. Like the small teams can beat the big teams, so it's hard to predict. So it's hard to bet. So it's not worth it to just try to understand. But the big leagues, like, of course, there's some like blowouts, like the underdog's gonna win sometimes, but very, very, very like not often at all. So it's more predictable to play those and win more money with those.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I want to transition to you and your research process and your routines. What does a day in the life look like for Goblin Gang?
Man, just wake up early. First, take my dog to pee and poop. Take that boy because if I don't take it, he's gonna be mad at me. And I just go give a kiss to my fiance, but she's gonna be wife soon, in the forehead. Pray a little bit, and then just go to the Goblin studio. That is what I call, but it's just two screens and just a computer, not big stuff. And I just be there, like just looking at the plays, like doing all my research, and I don't be there for that long because I don't want to be like overthinking that much. So I just go work out a little bit, and then just to get my mind off of it, and then I come back, and then I just talk to my wife, and I do my other stuff in life. I gotta be 100% on Goblin, but at the same time I gotta give like 100% in my life too.
Absolutely. Let's talk. So obviously you are one of the elite soccer handicappers in the game. You've also built an awesome community around you with other, up-and-coming folks. You love to help them out. You want to see them succeed. Tell us a little bit about what somebody can expect when subscribing to you and having access to, other great, high-quality handicappers that are on the up-and-coming.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I believe, like, I built, but at the same time, like, I built together, like, this community with a lot of great cappers, and I met them like personally too, and I believe that if people just join us, they're gonna see like it's a lot about like how the family will grow. So like that's why I always say like positive vibes only, because I don't believe that people like in the beginning I thought it was easy to just win everything and then just be rich, but that's not how it works. You gotta like trust the process. That's why I always tell people it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You gotta go slow, step by step, because it's impossible to win every day. It's just simple as possible, because if you win every day, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be just getting like a lottery or something. It's literally like technically impossible to win every day. Nothing in life is possible. You're gonna lose some days, and you just gotta have like the mental. So I gotta tell people like follow the units. Today wasn't a good day, tomorrow is gonna be better, and then in the overall, in the long run, we're always gonna be profitable. But that's the family that I built with my cappers. We always help each other. Like anybody has questions, we always help. It's hard to, because we're in a field that we play with people's money, you know what I mean? So like people, of course, I get mad when I lose money, for sure. And imagine other people that when they lose money when they bet on my bets. So what I do is like I try to be talk smart with them, like, oh, see, I understand you lost money, I understand you're mad about, but just wait a little bit, trust the process. Tomorrow is gonna be a better day. Tomorrow the players are gonna cash, because sometimes not even my fault. Like I cannot predict that the player is gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
How can I predict that? Or like a early goal or whatever, Some stuff I cannot predict. It's just unlucky. So it's just that, like, the community is just trying to help everybody, and in the beginning it's gonna be hard, but if you trust the process, you're gonna be profitable for sure.
I love that. Speaking of profitability, are there any favorite caches that you've had that come to mind where it was like, oh my God, that was a great break, or this was just a great read, big tickets?
Oh man, there's so many good beats and bad beats. It's hard to remember right now. It's just, yeah, I should have put more notes.
Yeah, no.
There's so many, man.
No worries.
I mean, I like sometimes to under the tacos on the prize picks, and I feel big because everybody's boasting like the overs. I'm like, nah, I don't think it's gonna cash on soccer mainly. That was one time I post on the everywhere, Discord, Twitter, and I was telling everybody this taco's not gonna cash, but play under, and everybody on the comments, you don't know anything about soccer, blah blah blah. The last 5 games he cashed, and I was like, I know what I'm talking about. Trust me. And in the end, it cashed for me, and everybody just delete their comments, like vanish. I was like, where are the guys at? Like, don't delete right now. Huh? Where are you guys at? So I mean, I hate the haters, but sometimes like I like them, because like sometimes I just gotta show them, like, come on, now you don't want to talk trash, you lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so many other stuff, like I just bet on the haters. I like to just prove their haters wrong, That's all that I like to do it. So that's pretty much it. I gotta think about like the other big cash that I did, but that's the one of the funniest one that I remember.
One of the little known things about the king of soccer is that you have an incredible passion for basketball. I learned this last night at the Bulls game as you're going absolutely berserk at each and every play. Tell me a little bit about where that passion came from and who your favorite teams are.
Well, I mean, I love soccer. That's what I told you about. Like, I grew up watching soccer. But the problem is that, like, soccer sometimes it's kind of boring. Not the big games. Big games for sure, they're fun or whatever. But, like, other games that I bet because I have to bet and because I know a lot about it, it's kind of boring. So sometimes I don't even watch the game that much. So, but basketball, I don't know, man. I believe probably is one of my favorite sports because it's just nice. Like, of course, I hate the blowouts. Like, that's the only reason I don't like as much. But the rest is just, I just like basketball. Basketball is like a passion, and since I came to America, like I've been watching some games. Every time that I go to a different arena, I try to get a jersey from the team. And I started like watching the basketball whenever like Kawhi was playing for the Spurs. And that was my favorite player. I just like the way he plays. He's just consistent on defense, offense. So he was my favorite player, and then he just made me love the game,
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a soccer capper for sure, but like all the time I post NBA plays because I know the sport, I know the research behind it. But I mainly post soccer because it's easier for me, But like most of the times I post NBA because I know the game, I do the research too. But it's just that, man. I love NBA. It's a very good sport.
Yeah. Now, how much basketball are they playing over in Brazil? I can't imagine too much.
Not as much, man. It's like 90% soccer, and then the rest is just whatever,
That is
But it's
awesome.
getting bigger in Brazil. It's getting bigger.
Is it? Good.
Same way it's getting bigger in soccer here in America, too,
Yeah.
It's getting bigger, so I think sports are just varieties, So it's every place is getting bigger somehow.
That is awesome. Yeah. I had the pleasure of meeting you a year and a half ago and had absolutely no idea.
Man.
Speaking of a year and a half ago, when we were lucky enough to connect, or I was lucky enough to connect with you, when you transitioned over from Patreon, you had about 100 members, and your community was just completely different.
It was.
And your time here at Dub Club, you've grown a flourishing, awesome community of those true believers that you just mentioned.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what you feel like has contributed to that success.
Oh, for sure. Like, Dub Club, like, I always tell everybody, whoever wants to start, like, their own premium, they literally, like, saved my life because I'm not going to be talking bad things about patrons, but they weren't giving me the important stuff that I wanted, you know, like I was trying to contact them and they didn't answer me and some other stuff that I didn't like it. And then I had like my 100 members, subscribers. Like I thought I was fine until like I met the Dub Club people, and they literally like told me like, oh, you can grow this a lot. Like for me, the best thing about Dub Club is the customer service. Like the way I can talk to you guys so fast. Like I can literally give you guys a call and you guys gonna answer me so fast, and that helps me a lot because if I have any questions, like I can just talk to you guys. So whenever I decide to change from Patreon to Dub Club, that helped me a lot. I grew so much after that. Like I just every time I needed help, you guys gave me some insights, and then I got like more members. So that's why I'm very, 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 very thankful for you guys.
That's incredibly nice of you to say. Very unnecessary, but very much so appreciated. You have become one of the shining stars in the space, which is incredibly exciting because you're humble, you're hardworking, and you're just a great member of the community. What would be your advice for younger folks that are looking up to you, hoping to be like you one day?
Well, I believe just being humble and literally like I see the small cappers like I was one. I'm still like I'm a big capper, but I'm not as big as I wanna be still. But I'm talking about the small cappers who just started like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. It's just about being humble. Like I see the small cappers trying to like bash the big cappers, like oh this guy he's faking, this guy sucks. Like I in my life I believe like if you do good, you're gonna get good, you know. So you just gotta believe, you know. You just gotta be good with the other people. Try to help people, cause try to be good with the other cappers. You know, that's all that I say to the other guys. And the most important thing about being a capper is the consistency. It doesn't matter if you have a bad day. It doesn't matter if you have a good day. You gotta post every single day. If you don't post every single day, you're never gonna grow. Simple as that. It's all about consistency everywhere. Discord, Twitter, Instagram. So that's my best advice for the new cappers. Consistency every day.
That is awesome. Well, any final thoughts from you on your time here in Dub Club HQ and your first impressions of Chicago?
Oh, it was very nice. I love the place. Like I love to watch the game of the Bulls with you guys. The Dub Club HQ is very nice place. Like I didn't thought about this place like that. Like it's very very different the one that I was expecting. Went to casino yesterday with you guys, so it was fun. And yeah, it was just a nice experience. Hope I come here often and to see you guys soon, man.
Absolutely. Cheers to many more visits and many more fun times ahead.
Yes, sir.